You see, that's the thing. When people want you to change, it's because you did. Oh, I want you to change back into the ego program, Kate, so I can talk and be, no. Sorry, can't do that. And there are many of us that can't do that. We see the lunacy of it. Please, Kate, go back to the crazy world with us. No, thanks. I'm good. Let all you little dead legal name meat sticks walk around in your little delusions of concern and worry about you. Fuck the children, right? That's kind of what you're saying. When you set your objective outside of yourself, then it becomes selfless. If you're only worried about your own survival, well, have a little faith in creation. Here's a neat fact. While there is breath in my lungs, I'm alive. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Regardless of situation. Regardless of everything. The only thing I need to see is what I need to see. Why? What is the lesson? Can you neutralize everything to the point where you can just observe it and go, okay, I'll have a look. And leave it there. Can you? Might sound like a very difficult question, but it's one I've found very few able to answer very quickly. And over time have noticed those answering the same questions I did within self came to the same conclusion, funny enough. These are independent research study teams called you, finding the truth for yourself. So here, have your own independent research study team of self. It is your mission now to go and prove that use of somebody else's copyrighted material is in fact okay, without their permission to profit from it. It's a very simple concept. It is based in the delusion of being something else that you are not. That's why like I said, I haven't had much chance to go down my list today as far as emails and stuff like that. Of course, not a whole lot of time between morning voice and getting on the air on Tuesdays anyway. So it's pretty straight out of the gate, Kate kind of show. So you're gonna get what you're gonna get. And me, I'm always one that likes to sleep on things. It's always a brand new day. Brand new birthday every time I come out of the drift zone called sleep. It's like, wonder what happened while I was away. The world doesn't stop while you sleep. That's actually when it changes. Most people forget that. Just wake up to the same old day, same old. No, that's a whole different world. It's the agreement that it's the same old day that people get programmed into. Well, better get up and the alarm's off. Better go to work and you do your normal day-to-day meat sticky things that have been, put there by program. Basically, might as well call it, planet. Well, it's planet Earth to me. I don't live on the planet of the City of London state. Legal name means you're on the planet of City of London. Whole different world. Detached from the real one. It's a paper layer above it. You might see it on a map. Geography. I've used this allegory before. Have a look at a globe that doesn't have anything on it. It's just, there it is. There's Earth, orb, flat Earth, whatever you want to call it. I don't care whatever fucking allegory you use. Okay, just get the concept. No lines, okay? Just kind of hills and trees and lakes and oceans and stuff, okay? Got it? That's my world. One Earth. One collective, you can walk right around the planet. You'd have to time it, though, to make sure the Bering Strait froze over. That'll get you over to, it might be a little hard to walk to Australia. But I guess if you had those pontoon feet things, you could do it. Literally. Be a hell of a walk, but you could do it. Might need a few rest stops on the way. I'm just trying to give you the allegory of the connectivity of the planet. right? All waters connect kind of thing. All right, so you see the Earth just as the Earth. City of London planet is the one that has all the little grids on it, you know, provinces and countries and states and cities and towns and locations and buildings and all of these different names and titles and all. That's the City of London planet. You learned all about it in school, called history and geography and all of their heroes and war heroes and stuff. You know, they like their mass murderers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Mob rule. Watched hadn't looked at it for a very long time, just wanted to clarify a few things that have been jumping out lately. And lo and behold, you know, documentary on the French Revolution, which I hadn't touched on in, well, I know why. It's when they come at you in this new now that you're looking at it from anagogically. It takes on an entirely different hue, and you see the connections and how things work and how everything is compressed, happening all at the same time now, in an illusion of history. It's pretty funny. Yeah, lots of fun with the mob rule and the guillotine, and the overall theme of it was those that created the most vengeance created the most terror. Robespierre, you know, the early father of the revolution, ends up as Madame La Guillotine's lunch meat. Stop the terror. It's quite a good documentary, though, when you see these people. And excuse me. Of course, what was the other guy's name? Marla or Marta or something. Anyway, the other guy that was part of the opposition and whatever, he ends up getting stabbed in his bath. And I do remember seeing that as a child in Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, House of Horrors. You know, the Chamber of Horrors. You had the scene with this guy in the bathtub with a knife, you know, and stabbed by a young lady. She ended up the guillotine 4 days later too. But the theme was simply this: those that were seeking vengeance and creating death were visited by it. What goes around comes around. So the intent from these individuals was vengeance. I know how to solve the problem. Let's just cut all their heads off. Quite a few of them said that. And the leaders of that ended up, you know, Louis XVI, Marie Antoinette. I mean, that was just like craziness. This whole illusion of royalty and all the rest of it. Very profound time in history, though. It changed it changed the world big time. You know, for those that have been through the quote legal aspect, I'm not sure how many of you actually studied or looked at Napoleonic law. Quite different than your mainstream. That's why I like leaning on French a lot. Yeah. There's a lot of deeper things going on there with the sound. So I stick close to home when things resonate. But anyway, that was just a little aside, little journey that I went on, as I always do, right?